Well, I guess growing up, you know, in the suburbs of Chicago, my mother was a photographer. We had a dark room in the basement, and you know, I used to sit on her lap and help her develop in the red light and what have you. And she always encouraged creativity.
Yeah.
And you know, my father was a mechanic. Early on, I think I realized that I didn't want to be a mechanic, and so what's the farthest thing from a mechanic was, you know, being an artist. So, you know, she always encouraged that, and growing up, you know, we were always doing artistic things. Sometimes people ask me, you know, is that what you meant to do? Because it's not realistic. Plein air painting is a challenge. My goal is not to be realistic, you know. I think, you know, going through college and being in advertising for many years, you know, using the airbrush, the goal was to be realistic. You know, I've achieved realism, and now I'm trying to step back away from that and put more emotion into the painting. So when I am composing a painting in my mind, you know, I'm thinking about what kind of changing weather conditions, the challenge of standing on your feet for 2 or 3 hours in the sun or the wind, you know, not having your easel blow over, not having your paints dry up, or, you know, bugs flying in your painting. You know, do you add another color to your palette? Do you need that? Do you subtract a color from your palette? And how do you achieve certain colors and values? You know, adding colors and making sure that values are correct, those things are super important in a painting. All these things are challenges that I love. You can't get that in a studio. And, you know, like I have monitors in the studio, you know, I do studio paintings, but you can't capture that light. You know, the camera's gonna lie. The camera's gonna lie every chance it gets, right? You know, can the viewer look at this, and if they say, I wanna be there, even though it's a back alley with garbage cans, to me, then that's a successful painting. I think I was always attracted to the Impressionists and Post-Impressionists. For their brush strokes, for getting away from realism, trying to capture light, you know, removing black from their palette and trying to compose things. You know, your black is only as good as what your lights are. Every time I go to a plein air competition and I'm looking at every other artist there, they're influencing me. I mean, it's through osmosis that you are absorbing other styles and personalities. And the older you get, the more influences you have. So it's just a conglomeration of hundreds, thousands of artists, and not only artists, but your children and your wife. What is motivating me? You know, that's the way your brain is wired. You know, I had a conversation with a friend of mine who raises sheep. He's a sheep farmer, okay? And I said, you may not understand why I want to be an artist, just like maybe I don't understand why you want to raise competition level sheep. You know, maybe that's why I keep doing art, is to try to find out why, right? But there definitely is a switch inside of me that says you need to create art. And what that is, maybe I don't want to know why. Maybe I really don't. Maybe I just want to continue to make art and grow as an artist, and hopefully people will be able to appreciate it.